So day 2, we decided to drive across the valley, head over to the Idaho side of things and see what the terrain looked like over there, see what headed to the backcountry looks like. So we drove over to Canyon Creek Trailhead, the start of the Selway Bitterroot Wilderness. And man, were we in store for a great hike. This was about 5 miles up a canyon, alongside a creek bed for most of it, and wonderful vista views the whole time. Inside an ancient forest, rocky terrain, just a completely different type of mountain range than the Sapphire Range that we had previously hiked the day before. Lots and lots of deadfall, but well worth it on the hike all the way up. And so one of the things that we got to see here was some waterfalls. It was pretty dry, so the waterfalls weren't probably as big as they are in the summer. I made it to the top of the trail after about 5.5 miles. I got to see a lake, got to enjoy some great food. Overall, the first 4.5 miles of the hike aren't bad at all. Very little elevation gain, and then you get to the final mile, and that's where things get, as Mike would say, aggressive. And it's basically every step is a step up. There's no steps down, and have fun. Water on this trail is a must. The good thing is you're right next to a creek, so you could pack a filtration system or a life straw or something like that and be okay. I packed 1.5 liters and it was not enough. Mike made a yummy hash again for breakfast. Same thing, sausage, peppers, onions, eggs, cheese, delicious. Five more miles. Let's do it. To the lake. This is a different type of terrain for sure. Very rocky. And there's the valley, and our cabin's on that side of the valley right over there.
What's our progress status?
I don't think you want to know.
I don't want to know? I think we've got them.
Nope. Just about. But this is a steady elevation gain that I'm okay with. If we want to get to the lake, it's another mile past the 4.5 waterfall, but it's also at 8,000 feet. So that mile, I think, is a long way up, because we're at like 5,000 now, and we don't get much higher than 6,000. Found these cool, I I wouldn't call them caves, but overhangs where you could definitely get out of the rain if you had to, or find some tiny raccoon family hanging out as well. So some cool rock outcroppings here.
Wow. I said no to that. I wasn't going down to come back up. Keep going up? All right. I was not taking one foot down because I saw you come right back up. Water.
And this is where it all came to a head. Canyon Lake at the top of the canyon. Beautiful, pristine.
Just realized about 8 miles into the Canyon Creek Trail, about 2.5 back from the top where the lake is, where we had a late lunch. Just realized I didn't take a picture or do a video of the lunch. You wanna know why? Because I was dead. We were thinking about maybe hiking 1.5 miles today. Then we saw this trail, the Canyon Creek and Canyon Lake Trail. That was baller pictures. So we said, let's do it. You only come to Montana once a year, right? So we did it. But I was so tired at the top. I boiled that water, threw that water in that peak fuel or peak freeze-dried fuel. I had chicken Alfredo, white sauce. Oh, it tasted good. And my body just did not want to eat it. Mike had Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. He said it was okay. So if you ever come into Canyon Lake, bringing your own meals, go with the Alfredo, not the meat sauce. All right, so I ran out of water. A good thing we're next to a creek. A good thing I have my trusty life straw. Stuck that down in the creek. Had some nice, fresh, 40-degree water, all filtered and clean. That feeling when you've done over 10.5 miles and climbed 1/2 mile in elevation and then descended that 1/2 mile in elevation, and then that feeling when you see the parking lot. Oh, it's glorious. The parking lot. Ah!